fairly helpful. Some of them aren't, some of them are. This one right here, this monk right here, is extremely helpful. Seeker Ring gives plus 10 health to Yuna, so, excuse me, plus 10% health. And so, we want to equip that on Yuna right away. And of course, the Rod of Wisdom, Magic plus 5, Magic plus 3, and Sensor Weapon. Just so that we can get an idea for where everyone's at. There's also a couple of anecdotes over here that you can pick up. Well, antidotes, not anecdotes. My bad. I always confuse those two when I'm speaking just because they sound similar and they're awesome. So now that we've done that, we do want to come back and do some battling. So basically what we do want to get here is, first of all, just a few levels would be helpful. Not terribly helpful, but you know, it is what it is. And then also, if you can, you do want to get a fire strike weapon from this area. So I'm just going to go through a few battles here, show you guys how it works out, and we'll go from there. So let's see if we can't get into battle. There we go. Okay, this battle, for now you do want to run away from this one. It's just a little bit too hard to take on. Just because they can put out quite a bit of damage very quickly. So the other battle that you do want to run away from is the big flying, I think it's called a zoo. It's just a big bird. Kind of like the one on Sesame Street, but completely different. And trying to kill you. So, yes. Okay, this one is doable. What you want to do is, first of all, attack the bird. I know it has higher evasion, but you do want to attack the bird first, try to get it down. Mainly just because it's going to die faster, and that's going to reduce the damage that you do take, so... As you can see there, Waka did take damage, but that's okay. He did attempt to escape, therefore he was following the rules. So, the thing about these fights, they do suck a little bit because you do take quite a bit of damage from that water flan, but the way that you do it is then, basically you're going to attack, and then heal, and then attack, and then heal, and repeat that process for the whole fight. So it's pretty straightforward. I'm just going to run through this fight. Very similar with the dingo and the water flan. So there you see I did get an attack off. It did about 30 damage, which is pretty normal for her. Attack then heal, attack then heal. Again, with the dingo water flan, you want to attack the dingo first. If you happen to get a dingo, which is the dog by the way, and this flyer, the condor, you want to attack the dingo first there because its evasion stat is lower and you're still going to do decent damage to it. So, just going to run through this fight. It does take a while. It's low there, critically low, like to the point where they would kill me, so I gotta heal. Heal! As you can see, her heal does more health than her total health here, so that's pretty helpful. And boy, this is not going terribly well for me. Maybe I should have attacked the water flan first. But let's see. Yeah, that's going to take considerably longer. The reason it takes longer is if you do attack the water flan first, it only takes about 10 damage per attack, whereas the dingo and the condor take 30. So that's why it's better to attack those things first, because you can kill them usually in 3 or 4 shots. But of course, this is getting annoying, so... Gotta heal. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can use potions as opposed to using her heal ability, but potions, there we go, another hit. Potions, the The advantages to using potions are simply that you get to take more turns. The action time on using an item is considerably lower than on using an ability like Cure, or in, let's say, the case of someone else, if you're using Waka, it takes less time. In there I got the Condor. If you're using Waka, if you use Dark Attack, it takes longer than if you're using an item that does a dark ability like you would on Riku. So, and of course, items are faster than attacking. The one thing that is faster than using items, to my knowledge, is switching weapons or armors. So, if you are if you're trying to learn the Loner Overdrive or use the Loner Overdrive, the fastest way that you can charge it and or learn it is to switch items in a fight. Sometimes, I generally prefer just to hit the triangle if I'm just trying to learn it, because in some fights, because you get the extra added defense, you get the extra, it doesn't take, the animation is not as long as, I guess what I'm trying to say. The animation is considerably slower if you hit triangle, but the battle time is, the battle time does take longer, so it all depends. If you're on a boss fight, you do want to switch weapons, but if you're just doing a normal fight, then you do not. So, coming back to this, you can see here, this guy is doing about 125 damage to me every time. Maybe a little more or less. I'm doing about 10 damage to him, so this is a very doable fight. It does take quite a while, and it's going to take a fair bit of mana unless you use those potions. So it's just a matter of sticking with it. If you go below about 150 here, you do want to do a heal. So anyway, this fight is just going to continue as it's going, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off and post it up on YouTube for you guys to see how this works. It is a very slow process, but that's of course the nature of the Yuna only challenge. So anyway, cutting it off, the next fight will be the next fight I'm going to do is going to be on the boat between Besaid and Kilika. If you guys have played the game, you know what fight I'm talking about, so